Not only was Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fake, it was also gay. It was fake and gay. That fight was ass. And not a good ass. Listen, ass is my favorite body part. I like ass. I am, after all, the sewer king. But this wasn't a good ass. This was old man ass. Droopy old man ass. That's what this fight was. And I called it months ago. And I've been saying it for months that this fight would be scripted. And you called me crazy. Who's crazy now? And if you still don't think that this fight was scripted, I will prove it to you in this video. But first, we must break down Jake Paul's cringe-tastic walkout.
I just came up with a crazy idea.
I came up with a crazy idea. What if I fought the world's oldest living human? I just had a crazy idea. How about I dig up a corpse and bludgeon it? I just had a crazy idea. What if I go to an old folks home and I just kick people in the head? Some ideas should stay as ideas. And him fighting Mike Tyson, a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, is one of those ideas. I think we can all agree to that now. But this walkout gets worse. Watch this. El Gallo! El Gallo!
Jake Paul knows how to make an entrance.
Does he? Does he though? This was the most confused entrance I've ever seen. So he's playing a classic hit of the 80s by Phil Collins. And yet he's riding around in some Mexican gangbanger lowrider pickup truck from the 90s. None of the imagery here makes sense.
Full hydraulic.
Look at this. None of this makes sense. If you're gonna play Phil Collins, he should have been riding in on a Lamborghini Countach, just sitting on top. What the hell does Phil Collins have to do with some cholo's pickup truck? This guy is not only cringe, he's retarded. Only overshadowed by the bigger retard that's his brother sitting next to him. Now, I don't want to play any more of this with the sound on so I don't get a copyright strike. But let me tell you, that Phil Collins song is easily in my top 20 favorite songs of all time. So when I heard this mongoloid using that as his walkout music, I thought it was blasphemy. Absolute blasphemy. As far as songs that give me goosebumps, that's got to be in my top 3. In fact, the last production I saw that used that song was the show Tulsa King, starring Sylvester Stallone. In the final episode of season 1, during an intense action scene, they play that song. And let me tell you, I got chills. This gives me douche chills. But it gets worse. It gets worse. Listen to him trying to sing along with this. Tell me he doesn't look like a special needs kid in a Make-A-Wish parade. Oh my God, what a bunch of retards. Did you see how off their timing was trying to air drum to that? Watch that again. They came in like an entire bar late. How do you screw that up so badly? I could be driving down the highway in a blizzard, eating fries with one hand, drinking a Dr. Pepper in the other. When that drum solo hits, I'm nailing every beat. It's inexcusable. And do you guys see his outfit? Do you see his outfit? Let's get a close-up here. What is this? What is this? This looks like Liberace had sex with a Nazi soldier. And one of the announcers said that this outfit cost $1 million. I'm sorry, is there $999,999 in one of these pockets? That's the thing, you can have money. You can buy clothes, but you can't buy drip.
He is the multi-talented superstar.
Multi-talented? Name one. Name one. I'll even take talented. Name one. Anything? It sure as hell isn't boxing. Which leads us to...
And the self-proclaimed face of boxing.
The self-proclaimed face of boxing. I love that the announcer had to throw that in there. He's like, guys, listen, I'm being paid to say this. I don't think he's the face of boxing. Don't get mad at me. He's the self-proclaimed face of boxing. Oh, that's so embarrassing. I don't know if anybody even caught that other than me. Self-proclaimed. That was perfection. That was the highlight of the night for me. All right, so this is the start of round 8. And this is important. Okay, this is important because this leads us into what I feel most of you missed. I feel most of you missed what happened, and this lays the foundation for it. Now, you probably can't see this, which is why we need to bust out the most advanced video technology available to mankind. Zoom in on that. Pause. Right there. Do you see that? If you don't, maybe we also need to bring out the hand of truth. Look at that. Look at that gap in his hair. We broke this down in last week's video. When his hair gets wet and clumps together, you see just how far back the hairline actually starts. Okay, we've broken down his broccoli cut in the past. It's a comb forward to cover up the massive forehead, not as massive as KSI's, okay, but still massive nonetheless. Much like his brother, it's called the broccoli cut. They do comb forward, but when it gets wet, it clumps together. And now we can see the gap. And you're saying, well, what does this have to do with anything? Let's jump ahead. Let's jump ahead. This is just laying the foundation, okay? Calm down. This is huge. What happens next is huge. And just about everybody missed it. Now to go on a slight tangent, but related, because we're talking about hair, notice how in the back of his head, he had shaved in an arrow. Okay, what is the significance of that? Well, as I've broken down in my previous videos, Jake exchanged his butt virginity for fame and fortune. He had the lizard people of the Illuminati do him in his bungus in exchange for his massive success. And so this is just a hat tip to his lizard overlord saying, yes, you get my bungus. Yes, I am only here because of you taking my bungus. Okay? I caught it. It's not for the public to realize. It's just a message between him and the lizard people, and I intercepted it. Let's move on. Now watch this. So he knows the announcement's about to happen. The post-fight speech is about to happen. So look what he does. Look what he does with his hair and his hat.
Speed skater.
Look at this. Okay, so first of all, wow, you can really see the receded hairline. Look, oh, whoa! Look how far back that goes. And again, for those of you who say, why would you make fun of somebody's baldingness? That's so mean. Wah. Oh, I'm a zoomer. I pee my pants all day long, and nothing but soy comes out of my pee-pee when I do so. Why do you make fun of people? Asshole, you must be new here. In my previous videos, I explained the reason I make fun of Logan Paul and Jake Paul's hair and hair loss is because they are to blame for inventing the broccoli cut that is plaguing mankind. I wish I didn't have to repeat myself so often, but some of you are new here, so I have to do that. These guys invented something called the broccoli cut. It's a comb forward. It's a perm to cover up their hair loss. Now, stupid young boys adopted that same hairstyle, even though they're not balding. So I have to make fun of them because they created the worst thing on earth right now. It's worse than AIDS. You don't see AIDS. Somebody can have AIDS right in front of you. You don't know it. So it's fine. But I have to see this. So yeah, that's why I make fun of these douche nozzles. Look at this. The key here is that he knows he's about to be in a close-up shot for the announcement, a close-up shot for the interviews. So he wants to make sure he doesn't look bald. So what he does here is he spreads the hairs around because he realizes they're clumping together from the sweat. So he spreads them around and then tightly puts the baseball cap on it to hold those hairs in place. Watch what he's doing here.
Skater. There's Logan Paul, his brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
All right, so he thinks he's succeeded. He thinks he's covered up the hair loss and he's got the hat there to cover everything up. Okay. Now this is extremely important. Logan is right behind him holding a can of W. Let me pull the monitor over. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see this now? It's about to fall off my desk, but can you see Logan back here? He's holding the W. Watch what happens.
73, declaring your winner by...
Look at this. So he's poised and ready to start spraying W as soon as Jake is announced the winner. Watch.
Unanimous decision,
Did you see that? Did you see that? That is so crazy. And there's so much in that split second moment. Because you either didn't notice this happened at all, or you thought it was just an innocent accident that he knocked the hat off, exposing the hair loss. Look how bad this is. But here's the thing, it wasn't an accident. This is exactly what Logan Paul wanted to happen. He wanted to expose his brother's hair loss. He knew his brother was using the baseball cap to cover up the hair loss because Logan Paul does that himself. They both do the same things to cover up their hair loss. And so why would Logan Paul do this? One, he secretly hates Jake. I don't know how much of a secret it is, but he secretly hates Jake and is jealous of Jake. Even if Logan is richer from Prime or more famous from the WWE, doesn't matter. There's just something, I don't know, goes back to childhood or something. And so I guess Jake asked him, hey man, you mind spraying this W for me? You mind holding it in the walkout and spraying it? He's like, yeah, sure. Oh yeah, no problem. No problem, baby bro. I got you, baby bro. While Logan is thinking, you son of a bitch. Huh? You son of a bitch, the spotlight's on you? I'm the superstar in this family. God damn it, I'm the superstar. Now you want me to be your lackey? Your hype man spraying deodorant? I'm the WWE champion. Spraying deodorant like some sort of slave. He's like, all right, I'll do it. I'll do it, no problem. No problem, brother. No problem, brother. But he had to get his revenge. He had to try to embarrass Jake during his moment, right when he is announced winner. Now, if you're thinking, oh my God, that was an accident. Why are you making such a big deal out of this? All right, shall we break it down? Shall we break it down using the most advanced video technology available to mankind? Zoom in on that. Pause. Right there. Watch what happens. Watch carefully. Wow. You might have missed it. You might have missed it because it went fast. But as I said, we're going to go through this frame by frame. But my God, can we appreciate how bad this is? Dude, just shave it off. It is over, dude. It's over. Let's go frame by frame. Now, listen, before you watch the frame by frame, I want to tell you what to look out for. Basically, when Logan does the first sprays, he goes this way, okay? Like a windshield wiper on the car, right? Side to side. He goes side to side, and then he looks at the brim of the hat and goes forward. Side to side, forward. Side to side, forward. Okay? This wasn't him going, side to side like a spaz and accidentally hitting the brim. He's going bap, bap, bap. This was not an accident. And again, he looks at the hat right before he does this. So that's what you know to look out for, okay? All right, zoom back in on that. Pause. Right there. Okay. He announces the winner. Logan starts spraying. Note, side to side. And note he is not looking at the hat. Side to side. He's going side to side. Watch his eyes. Watch his eyes. Watch his eyes. Watch his eyes. Right there. Right there. He has now made eye contact with the brim. Watch this. Up. Look. Let's go back. Let's go back. Looking away. Going side to side. Looks at the brim of the hat. Goes straight up. Straight up. Bam. And the hat goes flying and the hair loss gets exposed. And then it goes back to regular side to side motion. And look, all Jake can think about is the hat because he is so insecure about his hair loss. I'm telling you, if you weren't and somebody announces you the winner of Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, you're not going to give a crap that your hat just got knocked off. You're not going to care. But he reaches down for it. He's got to cover this up before the post-fight interview. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. And you missed it. You missed that. You missed that Logan did it on purpose. Now, one person that didn't miss it was one of my rats. Her name is Jenny, and she DM'd me on Instagram right after this happened. And I told her, yeah, I saw it too. I was so proud of her. So I know one person other than me caught it. All right. But I bet the rest of you totally missed it. It was an insidious move. Insidious move by Logan. Like his jealousy could not contain itself. And Jake brought him in for the walkout, had him sit right next to him for the walkout. And this is how Logan thanks him. All right, so about the fight being fake. Now, if you still, after seeing that fight, not realize that it was scripted, well, A, you're retarded, and B, you're a mongoloid. And I've been saying this for months. I've been saying this for months that this fight would be scripted. And I said that the most likely outcome would be a sparring match where neither of them get knocked out, just for a payday. Okay? And that is what we saw last night. Mike Tyson landed 18 punches over 8 rounds. That's an average of a hair over 2 punches per round. You know, it's funny. Roy Jones Jr. could not shut up during the fight about Mike Tyson biting his glove. That's really the only contribution Roy Jones had to the commentary, other than saying that Mike Tyson's legs were shot, which was true. Other than that, it was just constantly, oh, he's biting his glove, he's biting his glove, he's biting his glove. Now, listen, Roy Jones Jr. is probably my favorite boxer of all time, okay? But still, all he could talk about was the glove biting. And the other commentator said, you know, I've seen him do this bite in other fights too. It's not his mouth guard. But Roy Jones Jr. kept insisting, no, it's the mouth guard. Something's wrong with the mouth guard. And the other guy was like, yeah, I've seen it in all his fights. No, there's the mouth guard. There's the mouth guard. There's the mouth guard. They were just arguing about that the entire fight. At the end here, Helwani says, hey, why were you biting your glove? And he's like, yeah, that's just the tick I have. But why was he doing it so much? Why was he doing it so much? We've never seen him do it that much. Like, that was ridiculous. Why? Because he was holding back. He was holding back. He was like, that's why he was doing it so much. He was doing it every 2 seconds because he's like, okay? That was a tell. That was a tell. Now, if that's still not enough for you, you still think, oh my God, because here's the thing. I've gotten so many comments these last few months when I've been covering this fight saying it's going to be scripted. I've had so many people say, oh my God, you're such an idiot. Oh, you don't know anything about boxing. I boxed once when I was 10 years old, and let me tell you, you can't fix boxing fights. Oh my God, the amount of comments. Or people saying, this was a popular one. How dare you disrespect Mike Tyson, saying he would script a fight for money. He's a badass. He's an animal. He would never do that and ruin his legacy. All right, well, how about forget about me and what I got to say? How about we listen to what Mike Tyson's former trainer has to say, huh? How about we listen to what he has to say, huh? Because yeah, you know what? Forget me. What do I know? What do I know about boxing, right? But how about Teddy Atlas? What does Teddy Atlas know about boxing? Does he know a thing or two? Does Teddy Atlas know a thing or two about boxing? And he's a former trainer of Mike Tyson, so he would know Mike pretty well, I'd imagine. What did he have to say? This was before the fight, okay? What does he have to say? Now, he starts off talking about how punching power is the last thing you lose. So, you know, Mike Tyson might be able to knock out Jake in the first round or two.
Was one thing that a former great fighter like Tyson could do is still punch. The power is the last thing to leave you. The power is the last thing to leave you. If Jake gets careless early on, if it's real, if there's not an agreement in place, I don't know. I don't know. But if it's not pre-scripted, if this isn't pre-scripted for Netflix, and it's real, you know. And Tyson comes out there firing the way, you know, that he used to fire.
I'm sorry, what? This guy knows Tyson. He's his former trainer. This guy knows boxing. Nobody knows boxing better than Teddy Atlas. He's saying it like the fight being scripted is a completely normal option. It's just like it's completely plausible. Yeah, Mike could knock him out early. I mean, if it's not scripted, if there isn't an agreement in place, Yeah, guys, I'm a crazy conspiracy theorist. Here's Mike Tyson's trainer saying, I mean, if it's not scripted for Netflix, I mean, if there wasn't an agreement in place, and I talked about that in a previous video, that they have an agreement. They have an agreement to not go hard, to make it more of a sparring match. You know, there was a no knockout clause. Apparently, I don't know. I didn't see the actual contract. It seemed to be the case. Mike really looked like he was holding back, biting his glove. And here's his former trainer saying, yeah, Mike could knock him out early if it's not scripted. I'm a conspiracy theorist, though. He's talking about like it's the most normal thing in the world. Oh, yeah, if it's not scripted, then yeah, he can knock him out. Yeah, if there's an agreement, then yeah, he can knock him out. Wow, dudes. Wow. Am I finally going to get some credit? Am I finally going to get some credit? Probably not. Probably not. Screw it. Anyway, if you didn't see that video where Logan had Mike Tyson on his podcast and he accidentally let it slip that the fight is rigged, you can watch that right here. And then maybe you'll believe me that it was fake.